Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Life Launchpad, your go-to channel for practical advice and guidance to launch your dreams into reality. Today we're back with another video, and it is a video that I said I wanted to do a series on. It's the book club series. I recently, I mean like last week, I finished reading 48 Laws of Power, incredible book, and I thought I might as well go right away into making a book club, like, a book review on it. Before we do that, I just put up the gym video actually 10-15 minutes before this, but never mind, sorry. Well, the book I'm reading right now is called Psychology of Money, and man, it's been like 5-6 days since I started reading it. I'm more than halfway done, so I've never done that well. But anyway, 48 Laws of Power by Robert Greene. Incredible book, national bestseller. Funny enough, I actually just saw a video on Instagram yesterday, 2 days ago, and it was one of the guys that's like with Andrew Tate. I forgot what his name is, but he's always on the podcast and videos with him, and he was saying it's such a dark book. The information in here is, they said it's like, if you read this book and you don't check yourself and be like, wow, this is crazy, like that, like they called you a sociopath or a psychopath or something. But it's crazy because I mean, some of the chapters in this book, I mean, like, they have some great lessons. I know I've talked to some of my friends, they're like, yeah, they banned that book, like they don't let us read that book because of like the stuff it teaches you. I was like, what? And then after I read it, I was like, I mean, some of the stuff is like dark, pretty dark, like stuff that hurts to think about, but it's worth thinking about. I have my hands, I have these sheets. So this book doesn't have like a chronological order, like leading into the other. It's just 48 different laws. And then within each law is a chapter. And within each chapter, there's like a transgression of the law. Here, let me find it. It starts off with, the transgression. It goes into the, and for every section, there's an interpretation. So transgression of the law, interpretation, observance of the law, interpretation. And sometimes there's like 7-8 examples, observances, and then there's keys to power, and then at the end, one thing that's really something that I really like, at the end of each chapter, it will have this reversal section, and it'll tell you like certain situations in life where you like, this law might not work, but for the most part it does. And then sometimes there's even laws that don't even have reversals. It's like, there is no reversal to this law, this, you should live by this. And I think that's really, here's one I found. Here, what is the law? The law is, know who you're dealing with, do not offend the wrong person. And it says, what possible good can come from ignorance about other people? Learn to tell the lions from the lambs or pay the price. Obey this law to its fullest extent. It has no reversal. Do not bother looking for one. I mean, that's pretty true. Always know who you're dealing with, and it's like, you don't want to reverse that, because if like, what's the reversal if you don't know who you're dealing with? Then you're just not going to be ready for an interaction with them. But I mean, this book is incredible. It's got some great chapters. Some lessons I found more beneficial than others. There's some, like, I mean, I'm currently in my life at a stage where I'm trying to work, on myself, grind, do what I can, earn money, best shape, read, expand my mind, grow my body, like become physically more strong, and then also financially stronger. And then so there's a chapter that says it's like, work on yourself, or like where was it find? I'll tell you what it is. Use absence to gain respect. That was a good chapter. It's talking about how like to withdraw yourself, like people that you don't see that often sometimes are more respected, because you're like, oh, when you do see them, it's like there's some aura around them that makes them more important, and like just puts respect on their name. One of the darker chapters is hide your intentions, like never let people know what you're trying to do, because once you're like your cards are shown, I mean, the game's over and they have the upper hand. So this is like one that you can use, really good in business, I guess, also in like relationships as well, I would say. It's just what it is. Make people come to you. If you're a valuable individual, people will come to you, and you don't want to be the one that's always going to people. being the person that people come to puts like this respect on you, and then it puts you as a person in power. What else do not one of the other harder ones is don't commit to anyone. Always have it in that chapter is more about like having options, being able to maneuver as quick as you can, get to different situations, and like you have like it's like the saying where it's like keep your friends close but your enemies closer, and you know you have to have like I guess that's not a great matching quote, but it's something like that. It's like you have to have availability, a lot of resources, a lot of people you can go to. One that I found, this was a really key one for me, is concentrate, focus. As somebody living in as people, we all live in a world where it's technologically like available. There's so much stuff that's distracting us. There's more stuff distracting us than there is focusing on, like putting us into focus. You have to learn how to focus in on what you want to do. So that's a big one. Plan to the end. That was a great chapter. It's telling me about like don't plan to a certain part, and then when you get there, be like, all right, I'll go with the flow, because then you just leave yourself no room to like, or no like structure to follow, and like you just get lost. What other one of these can I? Master timing. Timing is key for making you look like a individual that has like your life together. You don't want to be seen as someone always in a rush or always late, because that just impacts the way people see you, and then your whole like I guess I don't know atmosphere that like people like you're the idea people have about you. Those are all good. I'm not trying to say all of them, so that like if you do want to go read this. All right, and then I guess one of the last one, the last one I'll say is assume formlessness, stay fluid. And that's more talking about like be open to do like anything, and like don't like that's also kind of goes with the don't commit thing. It's like you don't want to be stuck in a square. You don't want to be like just the same old, like, you know, when there's equation, it's just like same equation. You want to be more like, it says water, like it's possible to be formless 100% because everything has a form, but what it uses to compare is like mercury and water, which are like free flowing, but like if you put them in a container, they will be that shape, but then you take them out of that container and then they're free flowing. Hey, jiggy with it. But that's what it's saying. Overall, of all the books I've read, I'd honestly put this at number 1, actually, of books I've read. I mean, I've read Think Again by Adam Grant. There's another Adam Grant book I've read. Obviously, Rich Dad Poor Dad's a good one. Intelligent Investor is something I always tried reading, but I couldn't keep going through. Napoleon Hill's, what is it? Think and Grow Rich. I believe that's, yeah, I think Think and Grow Rich. That book is pretty good. That one would be close second. But realistically, as soon as I'm finished with this one, it's getting up there. It might be number 1. I love that book. I'm flying through that. My weekly goal is to finish that book. Another thing I wanted to notice, I had these nano leaf lights over there. I don't know if you've noticed in the videos, but I try to change them up. And then I feel like I like this. This is flames, so it's like kind of like a fireplace. And I kind of like it for like, you know, the book club meeting. You know, if I had a little mug of tea or coffee, I don't drink coffee, but tea, that'd be funny. But nonetheless, that's it. Thank you for tuning in to another video of Life Launchpad. Always remember, the power to grow and enhance your life, it lies within. Don't stop growing, don't stop learning, and don't stop chasing your dreams. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.